Hi, guys. It's the second Friday of the month, which means it's the free for all, which we've been calling Kevin's free because, after we go to jail, I'm free. And here we are at Will Work for Recovery for the Friday night podcast. I'm sitting here with
James.
Hi, James.
How you
Welcome to the
doing?
podcast. I'm having the best day of my life, usually.
Why is that? Why would you say that?
Ooh, I like that. I was supposed to ask questions here.
Yeah.
I got a good one. No, I'm messing with you. I got a good one for you. I was asked this by a lady at Costco. She goes, "Why is it the best day of your life?" And I was like, "Well, because I remember I was living in a shopping cart and a tarp,
I know that's
and I had nothing, and like everything was a disaster, and my life was a conundrum, and the chaos that existed." And today I'm like, I'll be 3 years clean on the 1st,
that part.
and like I
Congratulations.
graduate college next month. I got a new job that pays well. And every day has to be the best day of your life if it's not the worst day of your life. And we know if you live through the worst day of your life, the worst day in recovery is still the best day of your life.
Right. That part.
And if I tell myself that enough, because I had a hard day today.
What?
Yeah, I got a new job. I'm dodging 3,000-pound logs as they come down from the sky on ropes, which is kind of like addiction without the high.
Okay.
And yeah, so
what do you call? Is this a job here you do, or is this just like more volunteer? Or?
no, I'm tree removal.
Okay, tree removal.
I'm tree removal.
Oh, you getting paid big bucks?
Yeah.
Them big bucks.
Only for this. Well, my college job ended like a month ago, and I got to do something for the summer, and I said yes, and it's the hardest job I've ever taken. Last week I came and I was like, to this podcast.
Right.
I felt like I wasn't really with it.
Right.
But I'm a little tougher, a little skinnier, and I'm feeling a little better.
A little skinnier. Sounds like me.
How's your recovery going? What's your recovery?
It's going fine. I'm in inpatient treatment right now. North Star.
Ooh.
Yeah, North Star. I took it upon myself to correct myself. I got tired of getting the results that was all bad. So I figure if I keep continuing to do the same fucked up shit, pardon my language,
right?
Nothing good is gonna transpire from it. So I chose to take it upon myself to check myself in the inpatient and try to recover my life and get back grips of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to being in treatment on probation and stipulations, but I'm free, no probation. This is on my own will. I bring myself in, so I just want to see better. I want different results.
That's awesome. What kind of plans are you setting up right now for when you get out?
Right now I do still have my place, my home that I live and reside. By the grace of God, thankfully I still have it. I was living a reckless life out there, so I plan to continue treatment, try to find me a sponsor, and continue meetings and keep developing my sobriety and surround myself with a group of different people. And try and stay in the community because they say it's all about community. If you're not in that community, then it's all downhill from there. I know best of that. I've been in and out of treatment facilities about 6 or 7 times. Again, like I said, this is my first time on my own will to try and straighten out my life.
I like that. I did treatment a lot.
Yeah.
At the grace of somebody telling me that I was going to jail if I didn't do treatment.
Right.
And I was not really willing to follow the rules or take the suggestions. I acted like a child a lot of times. I just learned something recently that was really interesting in one of my CPRS trainings. They were like talking about like looking at somebody's mindset in the middle of something. They're like, well, would you say you're acting like a child, an adolescent, or an adult? And if you ask yourself that question a lot whenever you're having your problems, like right now, are you acting like a child, an adolescent, or an adult? And you can be really honest with yourself. you can actually see where your addiction comes out.
Right.
Because even me, I still act like a child sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
You can't theory.
I
Not a chance.
am.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Better than last week.
Better than last week.
Good.
I'm better. Not that last week was like the end of the world, but like I think last week was my first full week of like however many hours on the job, right? And like these are like
Yeah.
gruesome hours, and like my best friend yells at me, and his boss yells at us, and then the people that get yelled at yell back at us. And so there's a lot of yelling and dysfunction. The money is really he spotted it right away. He goes, "Oh, the money must be really good." And I was like, "Yeah, they don't hire people out of sober houses usually." That's something they told me today after like I think it's been a month. They're like, "Yeah, we just don't let that kind of money land in those people's hands because they don't do all right." I'm just like blessed to have this as a summer job before I go to another college next.
You are blessed.
Yeah, very.
What crystal is that? What's its story?
Well, that's a really funny story.
Well, everybody's here for it.
I made 1,000 of them, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Right now, I'm gonna say it's a blue quartz.
Okay.
It has to be a blue quartz. I sent my mom all the really precious gems, but technically, I made this in Park Avenue while I was still gambling online, and I was winning enough money that like I bought the beads with it, and I thought I was gonna make a bunch of money, and I made all these necklaces, and then I got to the sale, and I made it to a recovery event. They invited me to come, like peddle some necklaces. And I started talking to people, and I realized, God, this is like selling a bag. I don't even want to do that. So I have all 1,000 of the necklaces.
So do you,
And I don't like selling things.
See,
I don't like selling things. That's a lot of work. All these things are a lot of work.
True,
You know what?
true.
I love.
that's true.
You want to hear a real secret? I was distracted by like the choice of colors while making them, and I wasn't thinking about even though I should have been. I was so and I didn't realize it because I always heard, "Oh, well, how are you coping? What are you coping with? What are you doing to cope?" And like I didn't quite my brain was like too around it to like understand what that meant, And now I'm like, if your thing is licking envelopes shut, and it's what keeps you from using. If it's like the one place you go where you're like, man, I just licked envelopes for 6 hours and I didn't think once about having a drink.
But my tongue is so cut up, I couldn't drink a glass of milk.
I'm just saying, because everyone has their own
Right.
little things, right?
Yeah.
What are your coping skills?
My coping skills are music.
That's dope.
Music is a big part of my life. I'll go to my self-help books. Like I just got one that is a 365 or 52 week self-love. So I'm gonna start that because I hate me.
I mean,
Do you compose music or?
No, I used to like help with other people,
Okay, like an A&R manager type of thing.
kind of.
Okay, yeah. I asked because I'm into music.
I was the one that would keep the groupies, the gruesome groupies.
Okay. The
Okay.
groupies.
Cool.
That's a new
Oh,
slang. I never heard
Gruesome
that.
groupies,
Gruesome
they're out
groupies.
there.
Gruesome
They're out
groupies.
there. There's groupies. They're all right. There's groupies.
Okay,
Then there's gruesome groupies.
okay. All right.
The gruesome groupies we have to beat off with a stick,
Okay.
and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Tell them how you feel about the wind and the cold weather.
Oh my! Don't even get me started. I'm trying to work my program, right? I'm trying so hard. I'm trying, y'all. But every time I go outside, all I'm faced with is cold weather and the wind.
you act like we don't live in Minnesota. There's not even.
No, we don't live in Minnesota anymore. We live in Chicago. Because the wind is so hellish.
It is pretty bad. It is
I
pretty
did my
bad.
hair this morning. I came in here and I looked like I had just gone through a wind tunnel because guess what? We do every time we step outside.
Whenever I'm too hot at work, the wind comes on and I think, oh my gosh, thank you, God. Because I get a little too hot sometimes. And the wind is nice for it. You know?
Okay, the wind is great, but the gustuses can. I can't even say it on air.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking it right now though,
Uh-oh.
and it's not clean.
Next.
Yeah, have them come in.
Yeah, so
They could take over.
What are your coping mechanisms?
reading,
Tactic.
writing music, and listening to music. I'm an introvert too, so I like my own space. So I like to just kind of still moments, like just silence, nothing, no music, no nothing, just kind of meditate type of thing. I do meditation as well. Yeah,
I like quiet
right.
a lot.
We'll check up on you later.
Yeah, you will. How's it going?
Hello.
You want to tell everyone out there your name?
What's
Yeah.
up? What's up? What's up?
I'm an alcoholic addict and my problem is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. That's like the one thing I love hearing.
Mike. You know, it's like our addiction isn't our problem, it's like we are our problem.
Right. If you really think about it, when he says that every meeting, I think about that and I'm like, well, hot damn. That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
We are our own worst enemy.
What's the worst thing you've done in recovery? What's the most terrible thing that you've ever done in recovery? You don't have to answer.
Well, honestly, like lately, it's like I've been clean and sober, but I still living in an addictive personality, like stealing, from a store or even just lying, a white lie, but it all just entwines with addiction. If you're going to live clean and sober, then I need to be completely, clean and sober, whether that's not stealing and not lying and just, being
Well,
truthful.
Don't be too hard on yourself because eventually that will happen if you keep working the program.
Yeah.
I agree. What would you say some of your, we were just talking about this to everyone else, what would you say some of your best coping mechanisms to stay focused on anything besides?
Writing. I definitely love my poetry. I love writing music, and I take a lot of my poetry and they got these apps now where you can just input your lyrics and then it's like, bam, there's a song.
Yeah, I think that kind of jacked the game a little bit. Though.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of cheat code.
It is, but
it's nice.
I get to hear my words that I created in the
in a professional setting.
Yeah,
I can't read music to save my life.
I can't read musical notes either.
Yeah,
I can't sing, but I can,
Yeah, I write some lyrics. That's about the best it's gonna get, writing some lyrics. And
Right.
I've been in studios, recorded. I have music videos on YouTube as well, all kind of things.
Nice.
I dabbled and dabbled.
Are you gonna be here for karaoke? I usually throw on a beat and sometimes freestyle work too.
I mean, I have some songs that I got beats. If I can find them, I can perform. It all depends on if because I'm in North Star. So if we don't head out, but I'm sure they ain't gonna leave without me. So
All right.
I don't know where they're
We're gonna lock the door.
Where they think you're at? I think you're getting in trouble right now.
right?
Just tell me you're in the principal's office.
I'm in the principal's office.
Yeah, just tell him you are in trouble. Ruh-roh.
Trouble, row.
Rhyme, Rory, Rory.
That's one of the main goals at the end of the night is to make sure all your people that came with you come back with you.
Right. It's kind of like at the bar.
It's a bad thing, these
You
days.
leave with the people you came with.
Right.
Or you forget about them and you don't know who you came with.
Right. Or you end up in the wrong car and they're like, lady. Hey, lady.
you're passed out.
Yeah, passed out or sitting in the driver's seat wondering why my key don't
Where you're in the driver's seat.
or running up to the manager and jumping on him talking about I love you.
Did you
So
make-
besides all this, what are you guys doing for fun for your recovery right now?
Oh,
I go ahead. Oh, yeah.
I love to sit and watch YouTube videos on this girl. She's Call Me Chris. And she does these videos on Reddit stories, and the way that she does them is just so animated and so funny that it just kind of passes the time for me, and it takes it away from me so that I'm not always wondering and worrying and becoming angry and resentful and want to control my sister's behavior and where she is and what she's doing, and are my niece and nephew okay, and of course they're okay, and what am I thinking, and then I just get down on myself. And so that's one of my hobbies is I watch YouTube and listen to Call Me Chris, and that's what I do.
Yeah, fun, I didn't think there was fun.
Right, I didn't either.
like when I was like, when I knew I had to get sober, I'm like, man, this is gonna be the most boring, but it isn't. Like I came here for the first time, and I'm like, I am having fun here, So like, I come here Fridays for karaoke and just the fellowship and the community of people that it's just all from all likes of life. We walk in that room and we are one.
The only thing that I can say that I'm getting really frustrated with, and I need to put it out there for the people that are going to come next Friday, we need to shush it up at 7:00.
Yeah, it does. There's chatter on the
We
side.
need to zip it up at 7:00.
Do you know what people don't realize? When they ask for a moment of silence,
Mhm.
we're respecting the
Yeah.
people out there that are still suffering and the people that have stopped suffering and the other people that have stopped suffering. And however you put that, how serious you get and how you like carry yourself in a meeting reflects on like how people look at you and take you serious or not, and it's okay to have a good time. But once you start figuring out where to put those good times,
Right,
Right. Then it's a good time.
right.
I mean, the further out you'll go.
Right.
Because the kind of people that you'll meet and the places you want to go with the pools in the backyard. You know what's weird? I was invited to, I'm going to let you go next on what you're doing, but I was invited to an AA party 3 years ago on 4th of July.
Mhm.
And like, dude owns like a business and he has 30,000.
Can I try it?
He has $30,000 in fireworks, and of course they're all legal across the border. And like they did some like drug run to get them here, technically whatever. But like it's all AA people, and I've never seen fireworks lit off like this. There's barbecue. There's like all sorts of neat things. It's different people every time I go there, and I always know some people. I met Tim here there.
They're shooting them off because they're not drunk and they're not blowing them off.
No,
Right.
they're serious about
Yeah.
their fireworks. They got them like all tied together. I've never seen like these guys are master pros and have been doing it a long time.
Right.
And like, I get invited to these things that like I get to meet people. Everyone's like the kind of people that have been clean for a long time. And,
Right.
you get to talking to them and you get to see like what they're all about, and you can learn a lot of stuff about things. I'm early in my recovery. I'm gonna hit 3 years on the 1st, and like
Yeah.
Are we
that's early in my recovery.
Long
Like
time.
I've come a long ways with like a few little things, but at the end of the day, staying clean for like a long time means that you get back all those things that you never had,
Right.
like a professional life
Right.
and or a space to call your own, and the little things.
And you
vacation.
can play a mean guitar.
I do.
Oh, you
does
play
play
instruments as
a
well?
guitar.
It's in the car, and if Paula asked,
You
if Paula asked, I would have played, and it's okay.
Are the
You
I
did
just
speak
gotta
of
ask,
music.
the songs that you sing, are you make those songs?
I made up a lot of those songs. A couple songs are other people's songs, and
Well, the songs I've heard you sung, I've never heard before. That's why I've asked. And
yeah,
they're wonderful.
because they're my songs.
Yeah.
You mind if I can hit that once?
It tastes like lemonade.
That's what I wanted to see what flavor. it is.
Lemonade.
They're the worst things in the world for me,
These?
but yeah. I mean, I always
Yeah,
I would
they
give,
cause popcorn.
I'm giving myself a hard time on that one. I breathed sawdust all day today, like chainsaw smoke and sawdust, and dodged 3,000-foot logs coming down on ropes. And it's funny because, like, I was thinking about this.
You're a lumberjack?
Well, technically,
A lumber.
I'm in school to be at LADC,
Hmm.
and I work at the college, and my job just ended because I'm graduating next week or the week after, and I'm going to University of Minnesota in September. And so, like,
Oh.
I still got to pay insurance and things, and so I was like, gonna take a job. My best friend has been, I guess, grooming me in the gym for like almost 2 years for this job. So the second I picked up a rake and started like raking these like giant piles of sticks,
Yeah.
I had the muscles to do it, and I can like it's a hard job. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
It's rigorous.
Lawn work has never been easy.
No.
That's why no one wants to do
this
it.
is
I
a
love
no
it.
joke job. We like when you're not pulling a 3,000-foot log away from the power line in the fence or a garage, while somebody else is lowering it, you're raking and or shoving an entire tree into the wood chipper, or driving the loader into the back to grab
You're
huge
doing positive stuff. That's wonderful.
dangerous stuff. It's kind of like
Dangerous.
heroin use, except for you don't get high. Like almost die every day. It's weird because I feel fulfilled and I hurt like the same way, except for and like I'm happy again. Like my other job was getting kind of boring. I like helping addicts, because I was
Yeah.
working at the college as the collegiate recovery attendant and doing service work there for the addiction counseling club and all things CRP. And but my hours ended, so now I took this other job, and it pays really well for the summer. I don't know,
I gotta go get my mom.
Hey, thanks for coming in. Send
Always.
someone else back.
I will. If I find my mom, I'll bring her in.
Please do.
Yeah.
What do you do for fun?
Like I said, music. I like football, baseball. I do some movies. I like movies. I like watching movies. I like cooking and watching movies.
I'm a cook.
I like to stay home and watch movies.
Yeah, Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Just chill and listen to my cat talk to me. I swear to goodness, she's got so much to say. I'm getting her to talk.
Did you see the cat that's sitting on the chair out there?
Pup cat?
That's Top Cat.
Pup
Pup.
cat.
Pup. No, it's a real cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. It's a cat. It's a
Her
cat.
name, its name is Pup Cat
Oh,
because
okay.
it grew up around puppies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they
Pup
named it Pup
Yeah.
Cat.
They have a lot of crazy. They've always had like Paul's always had these dogs and things around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, could I promote my music?
Go ahead. I mean, I don't know. Actually,
So-
I hear you on this. I'm gonna say yes, but I don't know. I'll get yelled at later or not. I'm not sure. I literally was handed this, and I'm like a pretty busy person. I know I'm not really supposed to let anyone talk about anything political and some other stuff, but like at the end of the day, it's your recovery, and if your recovery is music, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just was gonna say on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You can check me out. Bankroll Bump. That's BANK. Right.
Bankroll bunk. I get it. I get it.
BANKROLLBUNK, and I got a couple videos on there.
You need to have a picture of you with like bank rolls making up a bunk bed
Yeah.
with all the gold and diamonds.
Yeah.
Like,
I went to
Yeah.
Blaze Credit Union, if that tells you anything.
Blaze Credit.
If it said Blaze, it would be better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, it was definitely nice chatting.
it was too. We'll have to catch up sometime. I'm always here on Friday nights.
All right. Nice
All
meeting
right.
you as
Nice
well.
meeting you as well.
Thanks
We'll
for
see you
coming
next
in.
Friday.
Hey.
Of course.
Find somebody out there and go, you should go back there.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Y'all be good. Be blessed.
We'll stay
Oh
blessed.
man.
All right.
You too.
Yeah.
The only thing we are is
Good night.
blessed,
We're blessed enough to be sober.
right? What's going on with you this week?
Nada. Just trying to not want to control my sibling.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have 3 siblings, and I haven't talked to any of them in like months. And 2 of them are doing good, and the other one is kind of doing good, but at least he's like, and we're all usually really bad. So, but it's weird because we haven't talked. I have a no contact order with my little brother, not because of me, but because of the probation officer in Alaska, so that he can't talk to me.
Oh,
So
snap.
we haven't talked in a while, but he's doing really good. I keep on seeing he's winning awards for cooking. I saw him on Facebook with like best in town for the catering place he works for.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm just my sister and I had a falling out, and long story short, she is very hateful toward me, and all I want to do is control her and keep her, try to tell her what to do and where to go, because she's not, in my opinion, in my older sister position and the patriarch of the Minnesota chapter of our family. In my opinion, she's not doing that good of a job. And that's hard for me to say. But all I want to do is control her. And I can't do that. So that's what's going on with me this week. I'm just struggling with that.
Right.
Knowing full well that she never wants to talk. When your sibling texts you and says, "I never want to talk to you again. Do you understand me? Ever. I never ever want to talk to you again. Do you understand me?" She spoke to me as though I was a child.
We do that with our siblings. Sometimes we do that with friends that are too close to friends. But I mean, like, let's be real for a second. I don't even think that I like to fight with normal people, but I'll fight with my brothers and act like it's normal.
Yeah, it
You know,
it kills me.
I can't always say, I listen to a lot of people talk all the time in meetings. I can't always say that people can say that their families are good to each other, just because of the way that we were brought up and came up together. And there's like so much content, and I don't know. For me, it's just healthy to keep doing what I'm doing, which is like find people like family and involve them in my life, and try to keep that good. And when it's not good, kind of separate myself from it, and make myself
Right.
more happy, make more space for.
I'm trying to find my chosen family because I don't have a family now here in Minnesota.
Welcome to the club. I like these Minnesotans. Everyone's hilarious here, and people are happy and nice. When they say Minnesota nice, they're like,
See, I've lived in Minnesota my entire life. And let me tell you something, it is not always Minnesota nice, baby. It is sometimes I will cut you off, I will flip you off, I will I don't know what else. There's just sometimes Minnesota ain't so nice.
nice people blow up the worst.
Yes, nice people do blow up the worst.
So be nice to the nice people, or you're gonna have the nice people blow up on you.
Yes. That's why I'm not nice. No, I'm nice. Ish. Nice-ish.
That's legit. Sorry, someone was asking what the YouTube channel is. It's at Warren Tim. Let's see, War Tim J29.
Do you want me to close the door
J79.
or just leave it open?
I think we hear it more than they hear it,
Okay.
but I don't know. I'm not against it.
Can y'all hear the ruckus in the background? Let us know.
We like the Ruckus.
Yeah,
You know what? I used to go to karaoke every night, every Friday night.
we got a little party going on here. We got karaoke going on here tonight. It's going on until the very last song is sung.
Uh-huh.
Who was just back here?
Somebody, they like almost got to the door. I know how that feels.
Come on in.
I was trying to
Oh.
be.
Come on in.
What's going on?
We're having a podcast talking
What's-
about recovery.
What kind of podcast?
What kind of
recovery?
podcast?
Recovered.
This is Who's Recovered. Technically, Tim Warren started this podcast as Attitude for Gratitude, and we do a free for all. Anyone's free to walk in the door the first 2 Fridays of the month, and I'm doing service work here, just kind of being the guy that gets to see all the different people, and so I've been calling it Kevin's Free, which was funny because that's been said a whole lot. When like, is he still in jail? I'm like, no, Kevin's free. And so, yeah. What's your name, man?
My name is Juan, Juan, Juan.
Juan. Welcome, Juan.
Yep. I got 16 months sober. I went through a Minnesota Adult and Teen Challenge.
Ooh,
Congratulations.
I graduated a couple months ago, and I went from there to the Leadership Institute, which is TCLI. It's another year, so when it's all said and done, I'll have like 2 years of good. I don't want a future trip and count days that are not there, but I'm just keeping it one day at a time. I heard they're doing the karaoke out there, and man,
Yeah.
one of them girls out there just blew me away. She was singing that Adele song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She
Oh,
said,
Oh, yeah.
This is your first time here?
This is technically my second time here.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Yep. I think I'm originally from Texas, but I came to Minnesota a long time ago. I think that we moved around, and eventually I just started using drugs. One day, the peer pressure was there to drink some alcohol, and then from alcohol I went to marijuana, and from marijuana I went to cocaine.
Yeah.
And then from cocaine, I went to robbing a hotel just because I needed money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went in there with a ski mask and a big old steak knife. 2 weeks later, I did it again. 2 weeks later, I was on the track to do it again. 2 weeks later, I pulled out of the hotel with my headlights off. And there just happened to be a police officer there, and they pulled us over. I had just turned 18 at the time, so I didn't know anything about law enforcement. I didn't know anything about their tactics or their tricks. And they said, "Oh, we know it was you. We have all the information." So I'm like,
Okay, it was me. Oh my gosh, it was me. Don't tell my mom.
Yup, they got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell everyone the police are not your friends.
No.
Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. They're not your friends. When they ask you questions, they're trying to probe you. That's their job.
Right.
If they walk in and say, "We got you," they ain't got shit.
You're right.
You want to know what I found out about the police? In my recent years, I guess I say this all the time. Hi, Kitty. I was a pretty big drug dealer for 27 years, and I would have said all those things about the police. And you know what I found in recovery? The police don't look at me. I have tried so hard to not be the person that I used to be that I don't have to deal with the police.
No. I don't have to deal with the police either. I'm just saying, if you ever do have to deal with the police.
Yeah, they are there to get information and to.
You are on, Jay.
You are on, Jay. Let's do it.
You
They-
Come in,
They're
tell us
not
about
there.
it.
they're not there to be your friend.
To get,
They're there to extort information from you so they can hang you by your toenails.
yeah,
I agree, but let's be real for a second. When I stopped doing crimes, they started looking like ballet dancers to me. Like they didn't look like the monsters that they were. And you know what? I watch them every day. And you know why? Because they chase monsters.
Right.
There was like a stolen car chase the other day, and it was like it happened one day, and then it happened another day. And it was like they finally caught him because they wrecked into a state trooper, and they're like, "Oh, we just let him out last week." And like, of course, they're like craziness every second of every day. They mostly only answer to shootings,
Right.
and I haven't even been pulled over since I've been in Minnesota. Like,
Right.
I walked through California. Like when I was still messed up in California, I had a good enough look about me that I didn't look like one of the bad kids. I didn't have that look in my eye anymore that I had when I was younger. When you knew I was going to rob you or take something or wait to figure out when I was going to drill the gas out of your car.
right, desperation.
I heard that's a big thing. I felt like it's a new thing we were doing like 25 years ago. I know I was seeing the news the other day, like, oh, they're drilling out gas tanks. I'm like, oh man, I was doing that 25 years ago when no one even cared about gas.
It's old news.
Oh, they are going to start doing that again, aren't they?
No, it just happened. St. Paul was on the news.
Right, gas prices are a thing these days, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we made it work when it was drugs. We can make it work now whenever it's whatever we need. We're still eating, we're still sleeping,
That's right.
we're still making it to our things, and people are, I know that we struggle in it.
Absolutely. On the daily, right, I have to realign my thinking to a place of gratitude, right? What do I have now that I prayed for a year ago?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Walking in the promises, right? One day at a time.
Right. That's a good one. I'm going to have to stick that in my pocket.
Absolutely.
I find
Put that
myself
on the bumper.
I find myself
Right.
praying for crazy things, and I know you know what I'm saying. Like when you get on a roof, like I go in front of these crazy moments. Like I was asked to drive a big truck with a trailer and a tractor in it, right?
Yeah.
And like I never done anything like that, and we just leave at like 6:94, busy hour, 8 o'clock in the morning,
Right. Yeah. It is
and like this thing's like, I don't know, I want to say 35 feet long, and like I have a little tiny Subaru Impreza. It's like tiny, and it's small and short to the ground. So like my idea of the only driving I've ever done in my life happened since I came out here to Minnesota,
Sure.
and because don't have a driving record and I have a driver's license, people are like, yeah, well, you're good. You're way better than my other 5 workers that don't have licenses, right?
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus, right? But I find myself praying a lot. Like I'm like, oh God, and it's not my driving that I have to worry about. So I find myself in those moments like where I was at on drugs, where I'm like, oh God, just get me through this right now.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely. Yeah. There were times when I when we lived off of University in Lowry, and I was going for a bag at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's when the plug got back. Right. I didn't care whether the license was valid, if there was a license, if there was insurance. All I cared about is if I had enough gas to get
registration
to St. Paul and back.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I think as addicts, the ingenuity that we manifest to pursue our DOC, to pursue the lifestyle or means to carry that on, when used in a creative, productive way, can be very beneficial to society. Right?
I'm good.
We'll pull you.
If I start, man, I'll never stop.
we know, but it's wisdom. It's wisdom that we'll listen to.
It is wisdom
Thank you.
that we listen to. Pupcat got himself a little massage. He doesn't get that often. He usually gets excited children running up
Yeah.
and grabbing
Yeah.
him, and
Yeah.
he's so calm about it.
He's very content. He's a great cat. That's a very cool cat.
When the cat comes in here, there's 3 things I worry about. The first one is whether he's going to walk on the keyboard And the second one is whether or not he's going to mess with the soundboard. And the third one is whether he's going to hit the camera. And like, we like the cat. We like the cat.
We love the cat.
We love the cat.
He's a cool cat.
We had a recovery cat at the house that had been there for 20 years when I first moved into the Arizona West. And it had been there so long that it like mostly hung out with the most mentally ill people. Right? Because like you know, when you think about like what that means, like I always like, you know, I just was diagnosed with a few things recently, and now I'm kind of like pushing this like, well, maybe I should get a dog and have it as an emotional support animal because I need that in my life, right? But like there's a big, amazing hole now that has to be filled. One of the staff and I was like, I save squirrels. We save squirrels, baby squirrels.
Yeah,
especially.
yeah, it's the thing.
Right? Like because they're like they're so docile and they don't have anywhere to go, and they're like, you know. And the lady at the house was like, maybe you should bring one and force it on us. There's an open seat for you, Paul.
Yeah, come on in, Paul.
Well, as long as he's
He
not
got
on the
himself a
keyboard
nice massage.
or the soundboard, we were just talking about how that cat is like people. Well, you know,
Put the headphones on.
you need a cat or a dog for your recovery. It's like a reminder,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
it's very
know,
therapeutic.
of
You don't like the loud music out there.
Sometimes I don't like that music.
Sometimes there are times that I would rather have complete silence than listen to music.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you need to
You know,
realign your
I
spirit.
want to listen to the sound of silence.
Sure.
So do you
And
got
never-
volume and everything, Kevin? Everything's working all right?
I hope so. I'll tell you what I know. I'm the luckiest person on the planet when it comes to things. Like somebody was like,
Wow.
"Hey, that might work." If you've had any calls, I haven't had anyone say anything of the sort.
It sounds like we've got good audio going.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
we
I
can
feel the.
I can
Yeah.
hear it here. And I know that it's not to be touched, so I haven't messed with that. And then I had some people come in and go, and I'm like, sometimes people just do that to like tell me that maybe things are cool. But like, I'm really lucky to even have this opportunity. I mean, like,
What did they do? Show me again.
he said he pointed
Yeah,
at
yeah,
me.
maybe.
He pointed at me, and he was like, he said he gave me this, you know,
Oh.
perfect. And I'm not sure if he was like your recovery's perfect. He's like, your car looks good. He's like, I heard a song a couple of weeks ago. I have no idea, but like, you know, good attitude and
Let's go.
and that, you know, and if we're just here talking to ourselves, we're having our own little meeting right here,
Nice.
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
Like that's what a meeting is, right? When people come together, we like people say it all the time. We connect, right? And we
That's right.
get to talk about things, and that changes because this me that's here today was different than the me that walked in here the first time I ever walked in here.
That's right.
Exactly. I love when people share that, because I'll tell you what, that forgiveness part is like, listen, you're not the person you were. You
That's
know?
right. That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
we're different people today. You know, you gotta you gotta forgive yourself, man, and move on. Yeah.
Absolutely.
For gratitude for me, I carry my little army soldier with me wherever I go. And when people ask me what it is, I tell them. And they're like, what?
Soldiers are fun, man. It's just fun.
They
man.
don't understand what it is or why it means so much to me. And one of my very close friends, she's trying to become sober, so she goes to the Fridley house.
Okay. Okay.
And she saw it. She's scared to come on Fridays because it's so busy here.
Right,
Sure.
right.
Sure.
She's got social anxiety. So I think I might bring her on like a Monday
Yeah.
or something that's slow.
Yeah.
Maybe a Sunday, cleanup
There
Sunday.
you go. Sunday night, Rich started that new meeting,
Yeah.
and that has it's got a lower, attendance the bigger Friday nights or
Right.
Wednesday nights. But I think there's a niche for everyone here at Woolwork that
Yeah.
they can come down and find something that fits their groove.
You want to hear a secret? My friend bought someone gave us a smoker, an electric digital smoker, and I was thinking about coming down
Tell me
here
more.
on Sundays and
Right.
smoking, and like I'm quite the chef, and smoking a big rack of meat and seeing how, and like school ends
I'll
for
throw
me
down a bit
this
on that.
week. This week I got homework,
Yep.
but like after this week I'm the freest I've ever been, and I would love
Okay.
to come down and like
Yeah.
smoke some meats on Sunday because like honestly. food brings people together.
Sean out
Yeah.
there's been talking about doing a barbecue. He loves barbecue, and he said he's gonna bring his grill down and all that stuff.
We can have a
It's just
barbecue
hard.
out.
Yeah, we'll have to have one. It's just hard with no kitchen.
Yeah,
So,
no.
So, gotta
All we need is a
figure something.
fire in some cases, right? Like some of us, like, give me a fire and like I'll build a grill on that, and like we don't need a kitchen. We just
An
don't.
outdoor basin
You need-
would be
Would be
like
nice,
a
yeah.
portable outdoor basin would
Yeah.
be just fine.
You hear this?
So that the cooks like yourself, Jason,
Yes.
and you can like wash up every time. So there's no cross contamination.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's
I
the
like that.
shout out. Paul doesn't want a mess down here, guys. If everyone
Thank
brings
you.
a bunch of food and leaves a bunch of mess, they're
I
still
like the
making a
hot dogs
mess.
on Sundays.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll have a hot dog.
Let's keep it easy, easy breezy.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
works out really good.
I've seen a few of the things where everyone brought a bunch of food, and it seems like it stresses Paul out.
It
does.
It does.
Super Bowl Sunday was one of those times. It wasn't too bad, but I mean, it did get left out. We were still attending to it a couple of days later, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know, I say,
less is more. Less is more.
Okay. That's good to know. It's good to know. Bring some cookies or something.
Now Rich does do pizzas on Sunday night. And you know that works well. And we've done pizzas.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, before meetings on Wednesday nights, and so that's typically just hand and napkin and then the garbage with the boxes when it's over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Without too much hoopla.
I talk about this all the time, but if we're leaving messes like we used to leave messes, we've got things to trip over in the middle of the street.
Right.
And if you've got more messes to clean up than you have a clear path, you're going to be dodging a lot of bullets all the time when it comes to your recovery.
That's right.
And so, like,
Yeah.
I seen somebody making a point tonight. He was picking up cigarette butts out front. I thought it was someone else. I was like, Bill, I was here like ages. And it was funny because he was chanting. He's like, service work, and he was picking up cigarette butts. And I was thinking in my head, like, why are there cigarette butts on the ground? These people are in recovery. We know
work is
better.
important. You hear it all the time. It's just important. It gets you out of yourself, And it's just, I remember my first sponsor told me, you're going to greet at every meeting. You're going to take the garbage out. And I'd be like, well, they got somebody to take the garbage out. They got somebody taking a greeting. No, you're going to greet at every meeting you go to.
Right.
And stuff like that. Make some coffee. It helps.
Yeah.
It does help to come out of self, right? That's one of the biggest things that I use. One of the biggest tools I use in my sobriety today is coming out of self, right? Because of my addiction, I was inherently a selfish person, as I'm sure a lot of us were in some aspect. And by the grace of God, and the program Narcotics Anonymous and rooms like what we have here, I can come out of self, right? Like,
Right.
and I have a phone list. I use it. And I have a community of people that I consider to be friends and or
Oh,
close,
shit.
like family. Is that me or is that you?
That's me.
Okay. But so along those lines, when I come out of self and I give back, whether it be service work or reaching out to somebody in the program, it helps me to stay a little more grounded.
I agree. I love it when people say that too. Like when you're helping someone else, you're not dealing with yourself. And like a lot of times us with ourselves is the problem. It always has been the problem. Because the next thing that came is the coping of drugs and alcohol.
Right.
Right. And like I do a lot of service work. I'm a busy person. I don't want to say I'm the busiest person ever because like that's not true. There's always busier people, but
Sure.
I still come here every Friday night. Maybe once I missed it. I was in the Breezy Point, but I just come here. Why? Because Friday night was when we went out, and
Right.
like now, like it's a big deal to like put yourself somewhere on Friday and Saturday
It's
night.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I think I even said it tonight. It's like that. The payoff, man, the blessings is just seeing 130 people in there.
Come
tonight.
on.
Just
Yeah.
on a
Packed house
Friday
tonight.
night that used to be at the bar,
Packed.
already
Yeah.
smashed or already,
Yeah.
too high to do anything.
Or trying to be smashed.
Yeah.
Or
Coming out of the alley off of Fifth and Nick. No.
I mean,
stop. No,
just packed
and
in
don't.
there.
Right. Hello.
It was great seeing as many people in the meeting. And you know what I
How
noticed?
many were there?
There's a lot of people. I noticed something each week lately. there's like a good cycle of different people that come in.
There is, and the diversity is good because that means that there's more people at least getting a positive experience
There you
in
go.
recovery, right?
Yeah.
Something that's going to make an impact, right? Because I think that if we're going to be agents of anything, it should be agents of change and making an impact, because drugs and alcohol sure made an impact.
Well, what
Yeah.
the guy say tonight, he said that about the saying, you know, there's only one thing I got to change, and that's everything. It's true.
It is
You
true.
really do have to, you know, change
Yeah.
your stuff. Like I say, I always like to, you know, when I'm working with somebody, I like to work with the principles of the program rather than just the steps. Practice the principles in all your affairs. Some things that can, you know, change your life.
Right.
Yeah.
I did a big shout out to that a little while ago, Paul, when I was talking to like a kid that's in treatment, and I was like, man, you like understand the possibilities of like life. Like I was invited to a 4th of July barbecue from some guy who owns like a big business, but he's been in NA for like a lot of years. Everyone goes out there. And he lights off $30,000 in fireworks. And like the kind of people
Wow.
you meet at a place like that, you can tell that those people are living the principles.
Absolutely.
Because
It
in
shows.
everything
It
that they
helps.
do, they're
It
like,
shows.
how can I help? What can I do for you? How do we connect? What's up with what? What are you doing with your life? Who's your sponsor?
Right.
You know, all these like little things. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I feel like some of those things are like a little, I used to feel like they're like a little, I don't know, but I would say private sometimes in some sense, because I was like, my recovery is my recovery, and like this, that, and the other. And I used to come in here and say that. I was like, I wouldn't let anyone tell me how to live my recovery, so I'm not telling you. And like, you know, but as you go through these phases of whatever, those things change. And but what doesn't really change is that progress keeps happening.
Right. There you go.
There you go.
And you know, back to the principles and just the word progress. It's like, you know, none of us do this perfectly. You know I do not certainly do this perfectly, and I stay willing as hell.
That's right.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's the key is, man, just stay willing, man, to correct that stuff. Take
Right.
a look at the stuff, because you don't do this perfectly. You know, I have my days. And, you know, another thing too is practice what you preach. Shit. You know, I don't always practice what I preach.
I don't
But we can preach that stuff, man.
I don't know.
I try not to preach, but I found recently that I do lecture because I have to
Yeah.
do
Oh, yeah,
lectures
man.
in school, and now I learn what lectures are. So as we come out,
Yeah.
we're like, how do you share? Like I had to ask myself that. Like, am I sharing from a place of like real humbleness and like real experience? Am I lecturing to the students? You know, and
Right.
like, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but like, you know, recognizing like how you show up and what you show up with are.
Remember we talked in the men's meeting about, you know, the discipline and getting 1% better each day, man. In a
Right.
year, you'll be 365. Just stay willing.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
to get a little better. I like what Ray said, and I always share that too. When he said, I got 48 years. This was when he had 48
Yeah.
years. He's got 49 now. And he said, you know, I go to this meeting, I go to that, and he goes to all these meetings. And I'm sitting back thinking, man, 48 years, man, this guy's got it. You know,
Right.
and he comes back with, man, because I'm still learning about it. He shows
Yeah.
up with
That's
all stuff.
huge.
And that's true, man.
Yeah.
It's
He's a
huge.
very humble man.
That was, I mean, it's just it's a fact. We're
Right.
still
Yeah.
we're learning about ourselves.
Jordan.
That book knows more about us than we know about ourselves.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna say goodbye. Jordan's coming on right now.
All right, Jordan.
Jordan, come up here. You,
Jordan,
happy
comes
trails,
with-
Jordan.
Well, you got two people giving it to
Okay.
you.
How you doing tonight, Jordan?
Good.
I guess I'm still on.
Yeah, don't bounce your shit.
Now, this is a guy I see come in with a good attitude every week. All right. All right.
You're kind of hanging a little in the hot seat now.
All right. All right. I've asked everyone this tonight, but I'm going to ask it because what are you doing for fun in your recovery?
I'm accepting life. I'm just like this is hard though, because it's like
Some days it is.
fun for me was a lot of getting high, you know. It was fun and it wasn't, but that's the only way I knew. You know, I get high, I'll rap, I'll make something, and I lost myself within that addiction. So it was hard for me to wake up and just have fun. I had to have fun and just recover, you know. you know?
Yeah.
And once I started going to meetings and once I started actually taking this seriously and being like, I got a chance to actually get my life back and be better than it was, I started having fun, you know, opening up and being vulnerable in podcasts.
That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one, right? Yeah. To sit here, just even sitting here and be on a podcast, right?
I call it real life. You know, like drugs were the artificial replacement of life, right?
You're right. Yep.
And so like we thought we were having fun and we thought we were cool. We thought we were funny, but like it's so hard to wake up and not realize you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And then find yourself and then like show back up at places where like are real, where people are like asking real questions. And
Yeah.
it's not just like a little bit of like a, you know, how do I show up? How do I show up at these places? Like, you know, what kind of person do I get to be and what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Come on in.
Come on in, Joe.
Look at this guy covered in oil. Do you know I was the same way?
Working man. Working man.
I was the same way until 5 o'clock.
That's right. I was too. Working on my bike, and then after work, from work, yeah, shower time.
Yeah, I don't even go home after work.
Sometimes I don't either.
Like today, I went right to the lake.
Nice. Good day for it.
On the walleye fishing opening day.
Actually caught a pike though.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you eat it? Are you
Yeah.
eating it?
Our Pikers good eating?
I have no idea.
Northern or Pikers?
I'm from Alaska. We have like the best fish in the world.
Oh,
so
so yeah.
Oh,
like
wow.
everyone wants to go fishing. Well, I mean, like the best fishing you could possibly have. Like we do shrimping and there's halibut fishing.
Yes,
you want like
yes.
a real fight, like, you know, go out and like catch a tuna or a halibut. Like that's like no joke. Like
No.
like could be like a 6-hour fight and like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know.
These are big fish.
But people are into their fishing here.
I mean, pike tastes really good.
Yeah.
As long as you get the bones out.
That's yeah.
They're a
It's,
bony
it's a
fish.
bony fish,
Yeah.
right? It's a bony
But-
fish.
Oh, it tastes so good.
It's nothing like a fresh catch.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. Since I got here, most people are like, "I don't eat seafood," and I'm like, you know, it's not seafood technically, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
That's your daily dish.
Hello, because
It's in the backyard.
It's a lake fish, but it's weird to me. Like people don't even really like recognize these little things because we're like nowhere near the ocean here, so they just call it seafood because it's in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
There's
That's right.
a misconception there.
In the correct terminology.
There's no correct terminology. There's just how you talk about it and how people understand it. You know, I went to school to find out a bunch of big words, and what I found out was people really liked it when I explained things really simply.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because we can all connect because you're talking to people,
Yeah.
and not like, you know. Don't get me wrong. There's a good reasons why you should use big words for like great stuff, but like, there was a time when like I think Aristotle and those guys were the only 200 people on the planet that could speak to each other the way that they did,
Right.
and now we have like a lot of people speak really well to each other, and like we're living in the greatest times ever because there's more intellectualness or whatever like spread across all the different like factors and walks
This
of
is
life,
true.
you know, and like it's just great when people just
You say today is like the best time of life.
every day of my life is the best day of my life.
But 50 years from now could be the best time.
We don't talk about that. There's only
Yeah,
now. There's
can't-
only now.
Foreshadow.
Listen. Are you future driven about like the things that happen? Are you thinking about some stuff that happened in the past? I mean, there's only now. Like right, like in recovery, and don't get me wrong, this is just me saying in my recovery, there's only now and the actions that can happen now, right? Like that's all you are is your character and actions.
No, I get
Agree.
that.
I do agree with that.
I mean, you're still Joe,
But-
and you still like. I wouldn't be like, yeah, this is like there's something that they teach us in counseling school, and it's person first, right? People talk about this all the time, and it's how we separate stuff. You know, like how do you define yourself? Well, like I like to give people, I'm like, it's Joe. I'm like, yeah, he worked in cars all day, but like it's not who he is. It's Joe.
Yeah.
We know Joe. He
Right.
shows up, you
Yeah.
know, like and
Yeah.
like. And like you separate, like for the longest time, I was like, "Oh, I'm Kevin, and I'm like these things," and I'm like, "No, I'm just Kevin."
But
Yeah,
that's why whenever I introduce myself, I'm an addict and Joe's my problem.
Well, we know that.
You know, because when I get stuck in Joe, that's when I make the mistake.
Right. Right. I think you guys have brought up a very valid point. We get to share things with each other, and we trust each other enough in these rooms to share things that are very personal to us, right? And very intimate to us. As where you could have a normie that might have 10 years of tenure at a job with coworkers that have not bonded the way that we bond in the rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of what we share when,
Yeah.
when we're working an honest program and trying to heal and trying to help somebody else heal.
I mean, West Coast, I feel like we need that. You know?
Yeah.
I need that openness. It's when we go to work, it's just I'm going to get that money. When I come here,
Right.
I'm trying to get my cup full. You know, and I came in these rooms first, just scared, and just someone being open like that just got me speaking. Like honestly, I did not know how I was gonna make 3 months.
When I first came into these rooms, I sat in the corner, didn't want nobody to talk.
Stay away. The power of
still do.
the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
I don't know about you guys, but like some days I still do. I was kind of there today. Like I wanted to like say hi to some people, but like meeting new people all the time can also be very taxing.
Right.
But going with what I was saying, sitting in the corner, and then people started coming up to me.
Yeah.
And now I do this thing about, oh my God, she's here. I get real excited.
Yeah.
And when people don't hear me saying it, but they see me, they're like, what's wrong, man?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Like people expect it now.
Yeah.
Or they think something's wrong. Or that they think that something's off with me.
Yeah. See, and that's crazy for people to expect that, because like I've been listening to some stoicism.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
yeah.
And it's just like it's like they're really talking about being alignment, and how you guys are talking about the future, right? And you're like, there's only here and now, and I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying, because they're like, you can get lost going too far ahead, and to be here and now, it's just easier just to focus on what's now. But also with that, I'm tying it all in. I'm trying to tie it all in. It's just to focus, be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be a people pleaser. And it's crazy how people reach out and they look for that energy because they need that,
Yeah.
And you want to give that, but it's like, hey, look, man, I only got 10%.
Right. Yeah. I'm almost at, I can charge my battery.
Yeah. Personally, me, I'm like, man, I don't want to feel like an ass, so it's like I try to muster something up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. A little self.
Or like when I don't show up, I got people calling me now.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a
It
good thing.
It is, yes.
That shows.
And I appreciate it when people do.
Right.
Like today, I had a couple people reach out to me. No, everything's good. I'm just fishing.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. That's okay. And that's okay, right? If that's what it needs to look like, and it should look like that on some level today.
Yeah.
Par for the course, man, right? Par for the course, because man, there were a lot of nights I was out there on the street getting loaded, trying to get loaded out of dope, whatever the story was, man. And I felt like I was on Mars, bro, alone, right? In a metropolitan area.
Right.
So to be part of something and to feel part of something today is huge for my recovery.
right. And as simple as it is, it fills my cup.
Yeah.
Because it really tells me that people are thinking of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not
Right.
expecting it.
Hello. Right. Just to see how I'm doing, man. Right.
Yeah.
Genuine. I love that.
I got a conundrum for you
Oh,
because I ran into this year. Did you know that you have to actually take time and drink the cup too? Like you can fill the cup all you want, but if you're just holding the cup, sometimes you're just holding the cup. You got to actually take time to drink the cup too, which means that like you have to take time.
and
So,
that's where
like-
the fishing comes in.
He said, what conundrum?
All right.
That's where my fishing comes in. It gives me time to drink the cup and rejuvenate what like a stressful day I may have had, or rejuvenate the bullshit and stress.
I'm gonna call next week when I don't see you here because I just want to put emphasis on that to everyone out there listening about how important that is. Like if you don't see someone is gonna be somewhere, just call them.
That's right.
Make sure they're all right.
That's right.
Or text. Or text.
Or text.
Just text.
Just reach out.
I'm a texting person.
Yeah, I'll text.
Because that reaching out also may stop somebody from going to the dope house.
I feel bad when people hit me up, and like sometimes I can't even like I'm pretty busy, and the amount of people that I have involved in my life on like so
Sure.
many different levels. Today it was school because they haven't seen me in a month because I got this new job, and they were like, "Where's the powwow happening?" And I helped plan this powwow.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like it was like 30 people, and I like kind of felt bad. So like I showed up in my lumberjack clothes, covered in dust and oil. My hair was nuts. It was hilarious, and everyone was like, "Damn, you really are still alive."
As a matter of fact, I just came from work.
Yeah.
Looks like you got all your limbs.
I'll show you how cut and bruised I am in a little bit.
The trees won. The trees won.
The tree's always wet. Listen,
But yeah,
Oh, now we got the background music.
Yeah, that was kind of good. I like that.
yeah, here's other one. Like his message when he gets a
It's a
voicemail. It's a
Oh, I
and then
like
the
that.
gunshot.
I like
And then the
that.
gunshot.
it kind of startles you out of a dead sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can see
it
that. Had that sound in real life.
I'm
So
sorry.
All right, it's been over an hour. I guess it's been an hour. But
Podcast.
I have a big question. Well, I'm gonna end the meeting with like
Yeah, I'll call you.
one question for all you
Okay.
guys.
Sure.
And the question is, what would you say is the most amazing thing that recovery gave back to you?
Right there.
Your phone?
No, connection.
Connection.
Because that was Teddy, a good friend of mine,
We know who Teddy is.
reaching out because he did not see me at the meeting.
Oh, that's good.
Just
That's
thinking
good.
about it.
Did I just speak that into existence?
And that's why he was blowing me up, is because he did not see me at the meeting.
Connection, huge. I'm going to say purpose, right? And I want that to be coupled with connection, right? Because today I have a purpose, and my purpose is primarily to keep myself clean and sober, and to help another addict do the same.
Yes, genuine
Genuine.
connection.
That's right.
A genuine.
I'm not looking
purpose.
for anything other than trying to help somebody else save their life and save mine in the process, right? I don't need anything from anybody.
I mean, to be honest, I never thought I'd make 3 months, let alone a little over 18 months now.
Come on. Let's go.
Because of connection,
go.
though.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Because recovery has given me a purpose again.
Absolutely.
Because recovery has given me my life back.
Yeah, man.
What do you think, Jordan? What's the most amazing thing that recovery has given back to you?
Man, there's so much. I gotta say, calmness. Like, life was so hectic. I know you guys know what I mean. It's just,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It just feels so good to be like. I say this a lot in meetings. I got laid off, and it's like there's just a sense of calmness behind all the madness.
Yep.
Like I can
Peace.
Peace. I got this. I'm not running to go put something on top of it. I'm not freaking out. Life is gonna work itself out.
Oh,
Absolutely. One day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
that is the best thing I've ever heard. That's like good attitude, because I wanted to say this tonight, and like recovery is a pivot for
Yes.
me, and I don't want to tell you what I think recovery is for you, but for me, recovery is a pivot. I get hit with the next thing, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
all right, hurdles,
Yeah.
I'm diving through a hole.
That's
All right, I got something going on. Guess
Yep.
what?
Yeah.
Life is all right. It's life,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a
Absolutely.
great question. That's a great question.
It was a great question.
I like to ask people that question occasionally. Last week I had no questions. My brain was like at the full end of extent. I was like, "Oh, welcome to Red Talk."
Stalling.
I'm like, like tonight I'm kind of with it a little bit. I'm a little bit stronger, a little bit skinnier, a little bit more difficult.
Keep the flavor, brother. Keep the flavor.
Oh man, I want to shout out to everyone that didn't make it in, because
Yep.
you guys missed out on like one of the funnest nights of my life, and I hope you're all out there recovering.
That's right.
I hope you're all out there looking after for each other. I hope you're out there calling each other.
You guys matter.
Yes.
I hope that at every difficult turn you find the easiest route or the most difficult route, which is usually the right route. But that's true for I never am afraid to take the stairs or walk the ladder outside anymore.
Definitely.
Climb the tree itself.
Yeah. I mean, life's going to be life, man. And, it's all about choices, right?
Yes, it is.
day in and day out. And that's how we do this thing, is one day at a time. That's why literature says that.
You guys made this the best show I think I've put on so far. And
Thank you, brother.
Well, thank you, man.
shout out to everyone out there. Have a good night. And don't pick up, and you won't have any
No
problems.
matter what.
Definitely.
All right, peace out.
Nice.